might focus Doris on size at every position. Are we seeing the demise of the traditional point guard?
So, Kevin, the first point you make is absolutely valid. Even 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", we're seeing point guards of that size. And not only are they exceptional passers, they like to score it. So that's first and foremost. But what I believe ultimately is, if you're 6'3" and under and you still bring a special amount of skill, there's going to be a place for you.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Trey Lyles, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Murray. Then it's Barrett, and it's Olynyk in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Doncic. Clock at 6. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doncic gets it to go.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all-NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
To the inside. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Barrett. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. No good with the layup.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Dort, he's checked in for Barrett. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points his last outing. Outside, Dort.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Olynyk. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And checking out some stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there. And that's what makes this guy so hard to check.
Doncic looking it over. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
Now here's Murray. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he comes up with the deuce. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Lazic defended by Dort. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dort grabs the miss. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Olynyk, a screen on Doncic. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Now Doncic, he has 6. The 3, and the 3 ball is good. He's got 9.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
So and And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Boy, from the opening tip, they look focused and ready to play. You know, that's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Dragic. Lets it fly. An open jump shot off the mark.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
We've got Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Brandon Clark is out there with Lou George. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Here's Dragic after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Dragic. Shoots from the right block. The shot is good off the backboard.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. The shot comes out. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Shots good by Alexander Walker. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Well, you look at Doncic, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Lyles kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander from 11 feet away. It's hauled in by Doncic. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. .50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Lyles. Now here's Olynyk. Barrett with the ball. He's guarded by Dragic. Barrett, no good. And impressively throughout at 62%. Doncic with it. Fires from deep. The three ball from Doncic.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. A three ball. That shot off the mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. They lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
17.
The Western Conference winner, Luka Doncic.
No stranger getting recognized. Doncic stuffs the stat sheet pretty much every.
And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the visiting team. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Floats it up for Doncic. Olynyk with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Trey Lyons. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Barrett at the 3 spot. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Olynyk is out there with Trey Lyons. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Murray. And it's Barrett at the small forward position. Hits it from three-point range. Chanchar's got his first 3 points of the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks chills.
Barrett is out there with Lyons. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Murray in at the 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. And you take a look at this home team. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. It's Olynyk atop the key. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. Here's Chanchar's. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Luka Doncic started off his 2024, Doris, with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible.
We've got Olynyk. R.J. Barrett is out there with Lou George. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Olynyk. Out to Barrett. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To halt the run. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Right wing. Back to Dragic. Another shot. Chalk up 2 there.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Now, here's Clark. Nothing on the board. Pass to Murray. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the best scorers, like Murray, they believe every shot they take is going in, no matter how deep they are on the floor.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Out to the right wing. To the left wing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Down low. Here's Clark. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Leading by 8. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so far, very efficient all around, about 55%. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
We've got Dylan Brooks. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Clark in at the 5 spot. Inside. Count that bucket.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Brooks finds Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. So both teams making some changes here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, listen in with Will Hardy and his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The 3 for Doncic. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
Gilgeous-Alexander drains it from 17 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Chanchar. Now here's Doncic. There's a screen. Takes the 3. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
.146 left in the game. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. It's good.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Lazic, he's covered by Murray. Doncic outside. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 4 on the clock. Fades and shoots. Rebound by Olynyk. Barrett the pass to Lyons. Can't cash in from close range. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's John Shaw. And it's going to go the other way.
Away team ball.
24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For 3, Barrett gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that's how you execute offensively. Murray with a great job of getting it to his teammate.
Doncic outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was up for grabs right until the final second. Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Proper rest and stretching can help a lot, but you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Hayes. Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Here's Diaz. Aldama outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Hayes with it. The three from Rizachet. Nails it from 3. Rizachet's got 5 now.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Rizachet will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Aldama outside. Takes a 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Hayes.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Fournier covering. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. The steal. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Going inside. Back to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Aldama. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Diaz. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's Rizachet. He's got 5. And here is Fournier. Knocks down the triple.
He's got the long-range motion going now. Fournier for 3.
Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Diaz passes to Hernan Gomez. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Sarr. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
Here's Diaz. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Over Hayes. Money on the 19-footer.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Wembanyama. And the shot's good. Wembanyama's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Diaz. Down low. Here's Aldama. Misses from short range. Sarr passes to Wembanyama. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
And the second free throw is good. There's 10 seconds left in the first. And here's Rubio. 1 second left.
And at the buzzer, counted. Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly how you want.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Leading by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
We got Rizachet. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Nicholas Batum out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. We've got Usman Garuba, Santi Aldama out there with Ricky Rubio. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Rizachet out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Nicholas Batum. And it's Yabusele in at the 4-man position. Hernan Gomez inside. Batum's on him. There's a screen from Garuba. Clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance. Rubio's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Just a great job out of the pick and roll. Thousands of those opportunities for Ricky Rubio. He knows what to do.
They've got Ricky Rubio, Santi Aldama out there with Usman Garuba. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Outside Rubio. Picked by Aldama. There's the triple. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Yabusele. And he lobs it up. Tipped. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Diaz has gone 2 for 3 from the field. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Pass to Coulibaly. Now here's Wembanyama.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Jang. To end the run. Aldama grabs the board. Gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. 1:44 left in the first half. Pass to Diaz. Fires it. He squares up and sinks it. Diaz has got 7 points. Diaz has got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Outside Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Diaz. Sarr pulls it in.
Well, it's a make or miss lead. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
To the paint. Misses in close. Gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Out left to the wing. Pass to Diaz. Great look there, but off target.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
The 3 from Wembanyama. Aldama grabs the board. Aldama's got 4 rebounds now. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. "12 seconds left to play in the second quarter." Batum pulls it in. To the inside. Here's Jang. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up 2. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile.
And now, not a bad. Thanks as always.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Diaz. Hayes is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Rizashea. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Sarr in at the 4. Pass to Diaz. Lets it go from deep. Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Now Aldama to the wing on the left. Here's Diaz. 6 to shoot. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Wembanyama, high post. Here's Hayes. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Hayes has got his first points of the night.
Hayes working off the ball, some nifty footwork to get himself set up for the J.
Diaz passes to Hernan Gomez. Poke loose. Now here's Hayes. He's closely guarded. Pass to Sarr for the tie. On target from range. Sarr's got 5.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And this break lets us see the teams making the most of their second chances this season.
You've got to respect the work ethic of these guys on the offensive glass. They don't give up on possessions and hit the boards with aggression.
Now here's Aldama. He's covered closely. Here's Wembanyama. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Aldama outside. Pass to Diaz. They need this. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Hayes misses.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Pass to Aldama. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. Aldama's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Got to be a little bit more aggressive defending him from that range. He can be dangerous.
And here's Wembanyama. The 3. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Pass to Aldama. No one near him. And he connects with a jumper. 10 points for him.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Outside Fournier. To the left wing. Sarr passes to Wembanyama. Over Hernan Gomez. Offensive rebound. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Yeah, such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. 46 seconds left in the third. To the left side wing. With the floater. Count that one.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Rubio looking around. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Lets it fly. That's in there. Rubio with the assist. Hernan Gomez has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game.
That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Nicholas Batum. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Jang in at point. To the middle. Oh, they pick off the pass. Batum outside. Here's Jang. Outside Coulibaly. Got it. Coulibaly's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Now Rubio. Inside, Garuba. And they pick up 2.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth.
Old team foul. Killian Hayes. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Diaz. Fournier covering, and a nice finish on the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Hayes misses. Shooting about 60% for the game. Pass to Aldama. To tie it up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shot's good by Sarr.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Basket counts.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Free throw good, Wembanyama.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
55 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Diaz. Fires the 3. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And not intimidated at all. Wembanyama showing up in a clutch moment.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Here's Diaz. Off target from 3-point range. Wembanyama double team. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
.26 seconds left in the fourth. That's tipped.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size, with that kind of touch, that is money.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Launches a 3. Oh, he buried the 3.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
So they get the victory here at home. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones.
Smell the intensity in the air. You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Knocks down the three ball.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him, it's about becoming more consistent from deep.
Shoots the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got 6.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counter-puncher. Hit him with a 3, and he is coming right back at you.
Here's De Silva. That shot wide open.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now, here's Doncic. Misses the wing J.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Back to Wagner. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. For the 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Janchar, the pass to Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Doncic has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Wagner outside. Here's the 3. Janchar grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And now, here are the teams that have heated up offensively in the season's second half.
And as we get to the stretch run of this season, it seems their offense has improved. I mean, they're really getting comfortable with one another, and their production has also increased.
There's the pick. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. It's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Bonga. Pass to Schroeder. To end the run. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Back to Dragic. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Schroeder, he averages a bit over 6 points a game. From the arc, hands it from downtown. Schroeder's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
They've got Washington, and it's Hartenstein in at the center position. Pass to Dragic. Here's Toby. He's defended by Hartenstein. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And he recovers it. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. And you take a look at this home team. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. Both teams will make substitutions. Now, here's Washington. Here's Tiemann. And they recover it. And here is Washington. Scoreless thus far. So they take the lead.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Washington. To the paint. Hartenstein with a bounce pass. Just 5 on the clock. Tiemann. No good from outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Dragic. Here's Toby. And it's blocked. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Well, since the All-Star break, these point guards have been doing their share of work on the boards. Take a look at their rebounding numbers in the second half of the season. Second, Luka Doncic.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, Their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work, too.
Lazic, he's defended by Wagner. And here's Doncic from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 14.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Wagner outside. Back to Schroeder.
Home team foul. Number 34. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. From 13, that one's not going to go. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Doncic outside. The tray. The triple. Doncic.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Puts up a deep 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They're up by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
When players look ahead, how much are they circling particular games on the calendar?
Well, I don't think this generation of players...
And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
It's crazy.
And that's a halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got his second bucket of the night. And the lights out in this one, 77%. Back to Doncic. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
With the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Wagner on the wing. Pass to De Silva. A baseline J. No good there. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Now, Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. That 3 off the mark. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Doncic converts inside.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Schroeder with the ball. He's got 6. De Silva with the bucket.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. And it's Doncic missing.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's De Silva. And a miss there on the triple. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The later we get in the season, the hotter these teams have got. They're shooting leaders since the All-Star break in the NBA.
No doubt their offense has really hit its stride. I mean, they're making the extra pass and not settling for that first shot that presents itself. And you see that in their shooting percentage.
Schroeder outside. That's good from 17 feet away. Schroeder's got 8.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Nice defense from Wagner.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Washington's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Shot from 12. And good. At the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Washington. Still scoreless. Pass to Wagner. A fadeaway. That shot no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded and he missed it too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got...
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Up 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. They've got Hartenstein. Washington out there with Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3. They set the screen. That one goes in.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the background.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. Now they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Wagner outside. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, you don't often see Wagner go to the mid-range, but right there, he just took what the defense gave him.
Over to the wing. pass to Doncic. Shot from 6. He gets that one. Doncic has got 29.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
De Silva, no good. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Doncic showing his strength.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's Wagner. And there it is for him.
Well, no surprise, Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
Here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 14 points now in the second half.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Wagner. You can't get that one.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. De Silva. That shot misses. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And they double up Doncic. From outside the arc. And that one's good. John Shaw.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
De Silva, no good. Now, Doncic. And so they get the victory here at home. Probably a little closer than they would have. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Trey Lyles is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Barrett in at the three.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Olynyk with a screen on Hayes. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, a special move before that shot.
Yeah, making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
Now here's Hayes. Wembanyama, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled. Executing the plan here early, still haven't missed a shot.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket. So let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
Thanks for that, Allie.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Olynyk finds Barrett. On the take. It's rebounded by Shai.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Pass to Sarr. Wembanyama with it. Guarded by Barrett. The baseline J is on the way.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Hayes. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And it's Hayes. That time on the assist by Fournier. Hayes has got 5 now.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Back to Murray. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8. Gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Outside Fournier. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Wembanyama on the mark with the 15-footer.
And what's scary about Wemby is that his jumper is only getting better.
Pass to Lyles. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Olynyk with a screen on Hayes. He gets it in there.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Fournier. And here's Wembanyama. Over Olynyk. Arms length from the hoop. He knocks it down.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Murray. Launches it. Sinks the tray. It's all knotted up.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
And that concludes a high score. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Brandon Clark, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Dylan Brooks, and it's Dort in at the 4. Here's Risa Shea. No points yet. Pass to Batum. This one for 3. Brooks with the rebound. Dort outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's Risa Shea. Covered by Alexander Walker. Coulibaly with it. Puts up a 3. And he buries his first look.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
There's a screen. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams will make substitutions. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. The 4th spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Here's Rupert. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Pass to Sarr. From behind the arc. Is rebounded by Barrett. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. With the drive. There's the block.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Oh, too much length from Wemby. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, BA? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends. Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
From deep, Wembanyama hits the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 5 points in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. On the wing, Murray. It's Hayes with the rebound. Gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Sarr. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Sarr's got his first 2 points of the night.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Dort outside. Pass to Olynyk. And he banks in the layup. Olynyk's got his first points of the game.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Fournier against Barrett. Here's Lyles. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. He's gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Wembanyama scanning the floor. With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement. And as a basketball fan, it's...
All right, fellas, time now to take... Thanks for tuning in. Now we head...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Rizachet out there with Sarr. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Trey Lyles is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Murray in at the shooting guard position. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shai showing no fear inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Knocked loose. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Hayes, and he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Sarr. 5 points in the game. Pass to Fournier. Here's Rizachet. The kick out to Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. Fournier's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Really good passing wing. Rizachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Rizashe. From deep. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
And out on the wing, Zach Rizashe has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Dort, he's checked in for Lyles.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Fournier. Puts it up. 1:41 left in the third. Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Wembanyama's got 18 points in the game.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Sarr. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Barrett. Gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Back to Dort for 3. Not going to go that time. Gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Sarr. Finds the open look, and it's on target. 7 points in the game.
You know, Sarr established himself in the paint and took advantage of what they gave him.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects. The jumper drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in just the second half.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Nicholas Batum. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Jang in at the point. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game. Out to the right wing. Outside Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Here's Yabusele. Here's Batum. Got it from about 16 feet.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's Jang. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Gobert passes to Batum. Here's Yabusele. Back to Batum. Right side, Coulibaly. Let's go with a 3. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thank you for that. That one falls.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Wembanyama, high post. Over Olynyk, and Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 22.
They have no answer for Wemby tonight. And honestly, I'm not sure how they could defend him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Risache. Wembanyama, screen on Barrett. Great open look there.
Yeah, that's what Risache is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Over to the wing. Sarr passes to Wembanyama. Goes up from the top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yes, shot making, play making. Wembanyama can do it all offensively.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot off that time. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Here's Sarr. Wembanyama screen. Risache from out on the wing. He knocks it down.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Wembanyama, pass to Hayes. Outside Wembanyama, the three, counted from distance.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pure from three-point range.
A 6'6" playmaker, SGA has a great view of the floor.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Fournier against Murray. Here's Wembanyama using his post moves to get the 2 points.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Is on the other end tonight. Defense, the team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Ivica Zubac. Dario Saric is out there with Hazonia. And it's Smith. The three for Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
Pass to Zubac. And here is Hazonia. And here is Zubac. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Janšar. Hazonia defending. Janšar, the pass to Doncic. Shoots over Zubac. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, Luka not forcing his way inside, just taking that mid-range shot because that's what the defense offered up to him.
Saric outside. Back to Smith. Pass to Hazonia. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Janšar. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And the rejection by Zubac.
How about Zubac? Works so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. So both teams changing it up here. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Janšar. And here's Doncic from the arc. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Here's Saric. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
There is a heart and passion that Saric brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact.
1:52 left here in the first quarter. So the wing on the left. Pass to Janšar. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanović. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Pass to Bogdanović. Can't get it to fall. On the wing, Doncic. Hazonia defending. And yes, it's good.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And now, here's Hazonia. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Bogdanović inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, Bojan Bogdanović, a very confident basketball player. He knows very well he has the green light to take these shots.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Dragic.
It'll be a turnover. The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Drills it from outside.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
With a floater, that one no good. At the end of one, a closer contested game so far. They lead by 3. And whoop. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
To the inside. Nails the baby hook.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Three-pointer. And it's Dragic with the rebound. To the middle. Shot left block. Got a hand on it. Smith on the wing. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Inside. Tries to keep it alive. And we're now about 1.5 minutes into the second quarter. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Outside Dragic. Here's Toby. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Dragic. Shoots it up. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
2 minutes.
Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Nice shot by Perkichin. Perkichin's got his first basket.
Well, Bogdanovich continues to develop different aspects of his game. Great seeing him stick passes like that.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look here at the visitors. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. Sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down. There's 1:47 left in the first half. On the wing, Doncic. Hazonia defending. And the rejection by Zubac. And he's able to get it back. Doncic with the bucket.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Saric outside. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Saric has got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Pass to Hazonia. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Doncic. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. The three ball from Doncic.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Hazonia with the ball. Out to the wing. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Leading by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
And time for a look here at how. Thanks for spending halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Smith wide open. He fires. No good on the three. Being at 46%, making some buckets. Charge is out there with Hazonia. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Smith.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Hazonia finds Charge. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Smith on the wing. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And he's good on the 3 ball. Charge has got 9.
Such a problem when Šarić is knocking down the 3. It helps space the floor for his teammates. You've got to guard him there.
Back to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Šarić grabs the board. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Down low. Here's Hazonia. And finished off by Hazonia.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Doncic, no good. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, DA. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. To the left side wing. And they get it, and it gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 1:22 left in the third quarter. To the inside. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bogdanovic. Dragic with some nice D. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
They set the pick. Five on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac.
What a great defensive play by Ivica Zubac. This guy just gives you great effort defensively.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Buries the long-range jumper.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
From inside, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And here's Bogdanovic for corner play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And they get it to double.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up 11. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nikolic. And no good that time. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Doing reasonably well, 45%. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
A smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Here's Azania. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The ball goes to the away team.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Smith. 13 feet away. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now, here's Doncic. Luka powering through the resistance.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
1:57 left in the fourth. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Zubac. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Inside. Zubac. Bounce pass. Charity stripe shot. And Azania gets it to go. Azania's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Doncic. Cans the 12-footer.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Hazonia kicks to Smith. To the wing on the left. Jarge has the open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Screen by Smith. Here's Azania. No good with the triple. Over to the left wing. Pass to Doncic. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Zubac.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now Šarić. And here is Zubac. Šarić outside. It's Hazonia in the corner. Misses, and he wants that one back. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile one.
stretch of the regular season, Grant. Have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
Now the starting group for the visitors. The three from Rizachet. He buries it from three.
And you see how dangerous Rizachet can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Wagner outside. Hayes against Schroeder. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Hayes, and finished off by Hayes.
Really good passing wing. Rizachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Schroeder. Fires the three. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And here's Hayes. Here's Sarr. Back to Fournier. Hayes finds Wembanyama. Now here's Hayes. Just 4 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Back to Wagner. Pass to De Silva. Takes the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
Here's Sarr. And there's a pick. Fades. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's De Silva. Pass to Schroeder. From outside the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Hayes. Back to Wembanyama. To the inside. Here's Rizachet. Over Wagner. And Rizachet gets it to go. Rizachet's got 5 now. 1:21 left in the first quarter of the game. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he makes a first. And both free throws good for Schroeder.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Gobert on the high post. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Fournier. It's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Bonga. Schroeder with it. Pass to Bonga. There's the three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Outside Fournier. Lets it fly. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Fournier's got his second bucket on the night.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Wagner. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Pass to Coulibaly. Shoots over Schroeder. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Up 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Pass to Rizachet. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Rizachet's got 7 points.
And there's the ability to finish for Rizachet. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Here's De Silva. They set a pick. Washington outside. Here's De Silva. It's tipped. Pass to Rizachet. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And the three-pointer goes.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Hartenstein with it. Here's De Silva. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's De Silva. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Pass to Washington. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Timeout. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line, the top free throw shooting teams in the last month.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Hayes with room to shoot. De Silva with a rebound.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Right side Schroeder. Five to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Sarr. The three is up. Drills it from deep. Sarr's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
32 seconds left in the first half of this one. And here's Schroeder. Over Hayes. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Schroeder's got 6.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
And here's Hayes. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
On paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the home team.
They're moving well.
Thanks as always.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Up 7, and join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
We've got Sarr. Evan Fournier is out there with Hayes. Then it's Rizichet, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Here's De Silva. 6 points for him. Outside Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. De Silva's got his third basket on the night right there.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Hayes with a screen from deep. Sarr. He drops it from range.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Over to the left wing. Schroeder against Hayes. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Hayes. Oh, there's the alley. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You take a look at the home team. They're currently in 4th place, a solid spot to be in late in the year. Sitting just 1 spot below them.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Wagner outside. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
Fournier for 3. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Yeah, good floor recognition from Sarr. Encouraging to see him working on his passing like this.
A minute 9 left in the third. Back to Schroeder. Kicks it out to Wagner. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Wembanyama down low. Pass to Rizichet. Wembanyama, screen on Wagner. The 3 from Rizichet. Fires in the triple. Rizichet's got 13.
Rizichet is just pouring it in on offense. He's found a rhythm and is determined to keep it going.
Wagner outside. The 3 ball. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wagner's got 8 points in the quarter. Got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Now Hayes. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Second chance effort. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 8. And we're coming right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. We've got Bilal Coulibaly, Nicholas Batum out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Shooting the Rocket 58%. To the paint. Here's Wagner. That shot off the mark.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
To the middle. Gobert using his size to his advantage.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Pass to Hartenstein. Washington outside. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Outside Coulibaly. Now Gobert. From the arc. On target from range. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Hayes. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Schroeder. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Wembanyama. The fadeaway off the window. It's good.
Yeah, and Wembanyama is working to become more efficient from that mid-range area.
Hayes against Schroeder. Off with the layup. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside Fournier. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team foul.
That's good from Fournier. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Pass to De Silva. There's the 3. He drops it from range.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Hayes, the open J off the mark. Shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Now here's Wagner. From deep. Sinks the tray. So it's the home team now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Sarr. Hayes with a screen. There's the triple. And Sarr, good for 3.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Wagner outside. He buries it from 3.
3 points.
Hayes against Schroeder. Home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy.
NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Lyles. Jamal Murray is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
I know Jokic would perhaps rather find penetration, but he can hit these mid-range looks as well.
Bogdanovich against Murray. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot, and good that time.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Pass to Jokic. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Sinks the triple.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team, yet totally unselfish.
Now, here's Lyons. Now, Barrett. Up and in on the layup. Barrett's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Bogdanovich against Murray. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Lyles.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Bogdanovich. 3-pointer. Milutinov. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Jokic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Floats it up for Murray. And stolen by Bogdanovic. And here they come. Banked in off the glass.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Pass to Barrett. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And they're running. Here's Bogdanovic. Buries it down low.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Murray. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Not loose. To the middle. Here's Milutinov. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Jokic with his screen on Murray. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovic has got 7 points in the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We've got Teodosic. He's out there with Topic, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. They've got Brooks. Brandon Clark is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. They've got Topic. Jokic is out there with Teodosic. And it's Jovic in at the power forward.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
They've got Clark. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Brooks, and it's Dort in at the 4-man position.
Timeout.
Topic is out there with Teodosic, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Jovic in at the 4. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And the layup falls.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Dillon Brooks out there with Lou Dort. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 spot. Now here's Olynyk. He has yet to score. A three-pointer is right on target. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Offensive rebound.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Goes back up. Goes up again, and the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Brooks. Shot clock at 6. This is the chippy right there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Jokic. He has 6. From downtown, Jokic from distance.
And Jokic provides shooting for this team. He's the definition of a stretch 5.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. .102 left here in the second. Olynyk the pass to Dort. Murray with it. Barrett kicks to Lyles. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And it's good. 2 points.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Outside, Dort. From outside, off the mark. Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Back to Bogdanovic. Wide open shot is on the money. Bogdanovic has got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And we finished one half of basketball. Up by 15. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah.
And next, a look at... And that concludes...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Bogdan Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Really left alone that time. 9 points in the game so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett at the 3 spot. Pass to Jokic. A 3 from Bogdanovic. The offensive rebound. Jokic, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Trey Lyles out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Murray. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 down low. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in three-point field goal percentage. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 4th.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Pass to Jokic. Tries from the block. Rebound by Olynyk.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Now Barrett. Too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Gilgeous Alexander. First in shooting percentage, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. To the paint, and he lays it straight in.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
1:49 left in the third. Here's Murray. And a great assist by Gilgeous Alexander as that one goes in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
From deep, Jokic. Pass to Bogdanovic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bogdanovic has got 11.
Boy, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that high.
Count that one for Dort.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Jokic against Dort. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Bogdanovic for three. Nailed from three-point land.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 8. Screened by Olynyk. Barrett, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Jokic. He's got 9. Outside, Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 17 points in the game.
And this is why Bogdanovic has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Gilgeous Alexander makes it off the glass.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Teodosic, and it's Jokic in its center. Brooks misses. And offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Pass to Teodosic. No good on the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Back to Teodosic. Pass to Jovic. Here's Gutter. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Doing it very well tonight, around 57%. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Wild for 3. Barrett. Not going to go that time. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Milutinov. Olynyk is covering. Jokic passes to Bogdanovic. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Pass to Wiles. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
Murray against Bogdanovic. Fires it up. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Bogdanovic is a very consistent shooter from the field. He's got great mechanics and can just pepper you with shots.
Murray kicks to Wiles. Hands it from downtown.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside, Bogdanovic. Jokic high post. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Just 5 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. 44 seconds left in the game. Pass to Bogdanovic. Jokic with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Jokic throws it down.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Wiles with it, launches a 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.